Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Eddie Pepitone Live from the Bunker. Here's my theme song.
Eddie Pepitone, live from the bunker.
Things are going really bad.
Pepitone,
Really bad.
live from the bunker.
I'm eating protein bars made out of Soylent Green. And by Soylent Green, I mean people who have poached animals are in these bars. That's right. Animal poachers crushed into bars for protein. Hey, everybody. We have a big day. We have a lot to cover today. The bunker is, it's doing okay. It gets hot in a bunker. You know, it gets really hot. I have a real bunker. You know, I'm not just in my apartment. I'm underground. I was able to build the bunker on residuals from Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, which leads into the fact that my guest today is going to be Henry Zebrowski, brilliant comedian. He's brilliant on Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. I think we did 4 seasons of it. And Henry is unbelievable on that show. And he's also 1/3 of the podcast Left House on the Left. Let's get to some news today. Not that you probably haven't heard it, but so 60,000 coronavirus cases here in the U.S. 60,000. Prince Charles has coronavirus. Did you know that? Prince Charles. I mean, when it starts happening to royals, then where does it leave us peasants? I mean, if the royals can't keep the virus away, and I think a lot of people know that I do a Queen Elizabeth impression, and here's my Henry's podcast, by the way, is called Last Podcast on the Left, not Last House on the Left, but Last Podcast on the Left, Henry Zebrowski. But here's my impression of Queen Elizabeth. Charles, don't come in here. I understand you have coronavirus. And by the way, most people cannot do impressions like that because they haven't had my training. They haven't had my training acting wise. But anyway, so, I mean, if the royals can't agree, if the royals can't keep the coronavirus away, then how the hell are we going to keep the coronavirus away? New York City is hard hit. New York City is hard hit. And, you know, that's a real city. I'm in LA, which isn't a real city. And, you know, I don't think it would really hurt anyone if LA disappeared. But New York, come on, there's actual culture there. You know what I mean? Here we would lose what? A few sitcoms? Do we really need them? A $2 trillion stimulus plan is being sent through. I mean, it's just waiting. It's waiting a couple of things, but I think they're going to put through. It's $2 trillion or $6 trillion. It's some insane amount of money. When I get a check for you know, if I get a check for $538, I'm happy. You know, that's the kind of money I deal in. But $1 trillion, I can't even. But $6 trillion, it's basically the Federal Reserve creating money that backs up the banks. And the banks then give it to, you know, all these corporations, and they're supposedly going to give us. They're supposedly going to give us, the average peasant, they're going to give us something like $1,200 checks, I believe, per person. I do have federal deposits, so that's going to go right. And how long is $1,200 going to last? For me, you know, that's 2 trips to Whole Foods and a hat. 2 trips to Whole Foods and a hat. Now, if I was on the Tonight Show, there would be a guy drumming going, ba-boom, boom. So anyway, we're fucked. We're fucked. Unemployment benefits are being extended. I believe now it's going to go to $600 a week. I'm an actor, comedian, not to brag, and I don't know how that works for me. I don't know. So Elton John, have you heard about this? Elton John and friends are going to do a coronavirus concert on Fox. Sounds good. Elton John on Fox doing a coronavirus concert. Let's get everybody. Let's get all the big names, just all these, free concerts, but it's always going to be, it's just going to be weird. It's going to be weird, just nobody in the studio. Everybody's just, like a candle in the wind, essentially. Cops in LA and some other cities are beginning to ticket drivers not going to essential places. You believe that? Like they're going to pull you over and go, "Excuse me, sir. Sir, where are you going?" I'm just going to get my medicine. That's all you have to say, by the way. "Oh, really? What pharmacy?" Rite Aid? Where? And then you make up, you say, "Oh, the Rite Aid," because wouldn't it be funny if you don't lie to the cop, like if you are out there just, "Oh, officer, I'm just cruising around. I'm trying to pick up girls, Hey, officer, you want a slice of ham? I got ham." All right. Let's see. Some people are considering the idea of drafting New York Governor Andrew Cuomo for president in case we have a brokered convention. And the reason being is that Cuomo is coming off like a big leader because, what did Dana Gould call Trump? Something like the batshit marmalade. Our marmalade man. Trumpy is really not a leader. Really not a leader. He gets up there going, look, you write fake news. I mean, the guy has no leadership capabilities whatsoever. By Easter, we're going to get this show on the road. Look, some people may have to die. We need the economy pumping. We needed pumping. And so Cuomo is actually a guy who, he's Italian, first of all, and there's a lot of authority in that. It's like, look, you need to have the Defense Act, okay? I can't be bidding on ventilators, cabiche? Anyway, he's coming off as very leadership worthy, and that's good for him. Joey Biden, I don't know where he's been. Maybe he made a video. I'm trying to keep this hat on. Let's ride. Joey Biden is saying no more debates. He doesn't want any more debates. That prick. Also, everything. And this isn't to brag, that I just went online to try to buy some barbells, and everything is gone these days. Did we get barbells? Okay. I just was able to and how long is the delivery time? We don't know. We don't know, but I have barbells coming. I have, Cheeto dust. Yes. Dana Gould calls Trump Cheeto dust, which is very funny. Weed sales and video game sales are way, way, way up. People need to check out of reality. Now, I'm sober because I want to be conscious for the horror. Okay? I want to be conscious for the horror. Right? Everybody is smoking tons of weed. By the way, this is a lung disease. Does everybody know that? I guess if you're doing edibles, that would work. But if you're fucking up your lungs, smoking weed, that is not good. That is not good. But people are checking out of reality. I just walk around the neighborhood really sober, just going, excuse me, you better keep your distance. You are supposed to be more than 5 feet away from me. I think it's 6 feet. But so also I've had requests to sing the Horsey. We're waiting for Henry to come on. I've had requests to sing the Horsey song. And, if you follow my comedy, years ago, before this pandemic, I wrote a song and it goes something like this. Oh, I didn't predict the pandemic, but it went like this. Oh, the manufacturing base is gone. I'll give you that. The manufacturing base is gone. I'll give you that. Henry!
Hey, what's going on?
I knew you would look terrific. How is the pandemic treating you?
Fine. We're just here, man. I'm sitting in my asphalt. I honestly wanted you to finish the song. I love hearing you go bass.
You do?
I like your bass.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, brother. I also like the painting behind you. Iced coffee. Henry, we're
I'm
losing
getting
you.
charged up. I'm getting charged up for fucking no reason.
Yeah, right.
This was done by This was done by the guy who created Spider-Man. This is a print.
Is that right? Is that right?
He did drawings for, apparently, remember the movie Argo?
Yeah. Yeah.
This comes from the pitch deck that they used in Argo. They had him create designs, like production designs,
very
for
cool.
the fake pitch deck that the CIA used, and this is just one of the things that he used for that pitch deck.
Do you know Charlotte? My dog protects our bunker. Do you like the bunker? Do you like the bunker in the back there?
I do. I really do like the natural exposed wood. I think that's technically called shiplap. I've been watching a lot of HGTV. So I think that's a lot of that is that kind of nice, rustic. People are paying a lot of money for that now. And now you're living the lifestyle of a fucking rich person. You're cosplaying as a rich person.
A rich person. I wish. By the way, what weapons do you have to protect yourself during this really disintegration of society?
I have a bullwhip.
A bullwhip.
I have a bullwhip, and I have a which I've only hurt myself using. I was just true.
Yeah.
I hurt myself very badly.
I'm not good with those things either.
We just don't have a lot of. It's this action. You and I have. I look to you because I know that I'm going to look like you in the future. I know that I'm going towards your life. I know that it's going to. We have the same things. I just have a slightly younger version of it.
Yeah. So just a bullwhip, which really wouldn't do anybody any good. Do you have anything? Do you have anything else? No?
My goal, to be honest, if I really felt like shit was really going down, I think what I'd like to do is something more psychological, where you set up like. It's almost not a bit, but like you set up a thing outside of my apartment building where it's like free water or like free toilet paper. And as the people come in and you let them in, but you've had the whole place already ready to be set on fire. Like I soak the whole apartment in fucking gasoline and then I just set it all on fire while they're in there.
But you mean you would try to kill people one by one like that? Because there's a lot of people in LA. That's millions of people.
Well, that was what. But then we would use our ultra-powered hybrid RAV4, and we would plow through the people, through all of the various pooled collection of people in order to make our way, I guess, to. I mean, where would you go? What state would you go to if you had to run from California? I think we're the safest state.
Are you serious? Oh, because you think people are hip and cool and there's spaces. What are you thinking?
I think that we have a solid. I think we have a solid 3 months before the homeless rise to take the homes. I think that without any like full on outreach, I think that we have about 3 months before that happens. But for the most part, people are pretty chill. And if you have, what I'm hoping is that they go for the places that have the big, like, the security hedges.
You mean Beverly Hills, Brentwood? Yeah.
I'm hoping that we are all, because we're in the valley. We are a part of that.
Nobody wants a piece of this, and it's going to get hard. It's going to get hot. It's going to get hot soon. By the way, isn't that a nice scenario, like the coronavirus, like, filling our lungs up with fluid that we can't expel and the 103-degree heat that we get?
Well, what I'm afraid is having me kept inside during this whole time period. I guess mostly I'm hiding inside anyway, but if the power grid holds, that's going to be a fucking problem. Number one, the power grid's a big old problem. But it seems like, for the most part, they'll make those people work sick.
They'll make people. Well, people, have you heard? Are you getting deliveries or are you going out?
I'm fucking. There are no deliveries. What like grocery deliveries?
Yeah, grocery deliveries.
No, we're we're out there front lines.
Oh, you are.
We wait on lines in front of the Ralphs. I wait on line in front of the Gelsons.
Yeah, but you're a star. You're a TV star. You don't have the celebrity ID. You don't have celebrity ID.
No, I'm the same as you. You and I, people who look as us, no one cares about us. We're expendable, man. We're very, very expendable. Though we're the last.
Horrible movie, The Expendables. Horrible movie.
They actually showed themselves to actually be very required, The Expendables.
Hey, what?
They actually showed themselves to be very required. They honestly did need to be there.
So you've been waiting
there's no
outside. Where you go? Okay, there you are. You've been waiting outside like Ralph's to get into the store?
Oh, yeah. Waiting out there with all the other troubled ones. I've been out there for the longest we've waited is 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Honestly. And I'm not a hoarder. You know what I mean? I can I can absorb my shit like my Chihuahua. Which is nice because the Chihuahua does the same thing because she'll like have to go out. Wendy will have to go out. My dog Wendy will have to go out. But then if it's like one thing that is real that is happening in the neighborhood is my Citizen app is like exploding.
What is this?
Weird crime.
Oh, really? I got to get the Citizen app. That tells you what kind of crime
basically
is going on.
It is, people can like sort of put up, it's essentially like fucking Instagram, but for crime, where people put up like, I saw a man waving a machete in front of the 7-Eleven and it pinpoints where it is. And sometimes it's got footage of it, but my shit has just been blowing up. There's a lot of knife attacks going on out there. There's a lot of knives.
Really?
I heard a woman screaming last night. I heard her screaming, and then I did my best to really help because I picked up Wendy and I went like, I gave a solid 15-second like, and then I walked inside. So I'm protecting
man. Well, I thought crime is going to go up because of this is an opportunity that people take advantage, like bad people taking advantage. Because everybody, I don't know, man. I don't know, but people are going to be armed, Like I have a flamethrower. I have a flamethrower.
Man, I would fucking love to see you with a flamethrower. I would love to see you fucking take it.
I go into Gelson's. I go into the fancy supermarkets with a flamethrower going, I'm vegan. Get the fuck out of the way. I need to get to the produce section.
Where are my squash? I walked in there after the first wave of everybody freaking out doing their hoarding buying. I walked in there and it was genuinely very chilling to see.
Oh, is that right?
Be that empty, to be fucking like empty, and I was like, holy shit, because they were like,
do they stagger people in there? Is that why people are waiting outside?
Well, they are now, but when I first was going, they were not. Now they are staggering so that people can keep the social distancing going on. And I'm just like, yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting how, because this is LA's a hugging city.
Come here. Let's hug it out.
Babe.
Henry, who are you in the bunker with?
Me and my beautiful wife, Natalie.
Right, Natalie. You guys are recently married.
We've been married a little bit over a year. Yeah. We're
Awesome.
doing good.
You're doing great. Yeah, I wanted to say to people, and I want to say this to you: do not have children. Let me just make a plea to people: do not have children, you morons.
Not this year. Not this generation.
No, there's
that's
the overpopulation. The overpopulation of the planet is one of the reasons we have this fucking pandemic, because people are like, they're knocking down nature. This is nature's payback, by the way. I'm with you. I completely do believe this is nature's payback, which is why I'm thinking I started a campaign on our podcast for a little while saying that we need to start bombing the oceans because I don't like what the squids are doing. I don't like how the octopi are getting too smart. And now it's coming down to it. I think we need to start carpet bombing the rainforests ahead of time. Because this is a preemptive strike, because they're trying to fucking kill us. And they think that just because they have the moral upper hand, like they're some kind of good guy. But I think that if we take out the rainforest now and we get rid of this whole nature problem, we won't face these types of things ever again. Yeah. Could you see a president going, we have to get rid of the nature problem?
It's the nature problem. I can see you with the presidential seal behind it, just like patting a big bomb, being like, this is the one that's going to take out Madagascar.
Madagascar. Let's see. So what about, you think there's going to be martial law artists? Like, you know what I mean? Like great artists who come out of the martial law. And I mean, like once martial law happens, right? And we have the military on the streets, that's when I get very funny. Like, what if
they're like Montessori squads? Like they release them. It's like both, yes. Arm take over the banks, arm take over the grocery stores, people patrolling streets, make sure we don't leave our house, make sure they're ticketing us, make sure we're only doing essential travel. But what if they also send people that are out and do stuff? And hey guys, at gunpoint, we're all going to lip sync and we're going to do fun drag today because it's fun to do. We're going to do it for IGTV. Like keep people creative, keep their juice flowing, making fucking SoundCloud rap. I think they're forcing people to do it.
Yeah.
In Arizona, they've already released the National Guard
no, have they?
Yeah, at grocery stores and at banks and hospitals to keep the pace. It's like, so that's kind of.
Have they really? I didn't hear about that. Do you feel safer, you think, with like National Guard in supermarkets? Like, because to me, people can get crazy in supermarkets. I mean, I've entered Gelson's, as I said, with the gun, with the flamethrower.
But they know you.
They know me from your pretty faces going to hell. By the way, are we allowed to talk about? No, okay.
No, they're going to let us know, but there will be more. I just can't say how many more.
Right. Yes. I hope people out there have seen the brilliance of Henry Zebrowski.
Brilliance of fucking your ass. You guys are the reason our show, man. It is really our show. I love our boys so much. Between that
Servito
is so fucking funny. Like, between you and Dana and Servito, who is a desperate man who just all he does is fuck away all his fears of commitment to his family. There's so many good people. Craig Rowan is literally.
Oh, he's insane. He's insane too. Craig is insanely funny.
When are we getting your special?
Yes, my new comedy special. By the way, do you think I could get an advance on what your pretty face? They're going to be doing it in the summer.
They're super generous. Adult women, they're so generous. They're so good with the cash, and they're always so liquid. That's the thing. They always got so much available to float to make sure they're fun.
But my new special, which is called For the Masses, it'll be coming out. I think it's like May now. It's May. It's going to be coming out on all kinds of different platforms.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. That was hilarious.
I want to ask. Thank you, brother. I wanted to ask the fans out there or people out there. You don't have to be fans.
Don't
people
have to
out
be
there,
fans.
and they're probably not people out there to ask us questions. You know, I mean, we're you know,
It's live.
how much. Somebody wants to know how much weed have you smoked?
I mean, I've been smoking quite a bit of weed, Eddie. I know that's like, I know you like experiencing the full volume of reality, and I am one of those that like I do separate myself. I bought a PS4. I've never had video games before in my life. I did stuff to try to figure out how to, because I'm a bit of a hypochondriac, so this is also like a thing. All of this is very anxiety inducing for me.
It is, right?
Yeah. But at night, I know I'm a night smoker, and I'll smoke weed only during the day if I don't have stuff to do. Like normally.
So now, are you smoking during the day?
I really can't because we're all, look at this shit. We're all fucking internet. We're all making content all the time. So I literally can't. I'm not as sharp when I'm stoned as I would like to be. And even though some people think you think you're sharp when you're not stoned, and like that is as sharp as I can.
You are sharp. I mean, your improvisational skills are amazing. But I wanted to ask you: are you doing your podcast? Like, what are you doing online? That you're so big. Are you doing last podcast on the left?
Last podcast on the left. Side stories. We have our stream for AdultSwim.com. We're putting out a bunch of new shows.
Oh, for the last
the network. For our network and on Twitch, we're going to be doing a bunch of shit, and we are literally. So now it's kind of like it is that because man, we got time.
Yeah,
we got all the bullshit. So
it is amazing. It is amazing. Today I worked out with a trainer online, and that's not to brag. That he was saying, okay, lay down. He would say this to me: lay down and put your leg up, your shoulder down, and now put your leg up. And I would be like, oh, okay, is that good? Because I have the iPad. He has
I miss seeing you at the gym.
I know. We used to go to the gym.
I used to see Eddie at the gym probably once a week. I used to see him there, and you're fucking holy shit, so fucking good, dude.
My favorite moment in your pretty face was when me and you were in a hotel gym, and we were side by side on the treadmill, and Servito, who plays Satan, came in and he goes, "Now this is hell."
Yeah. That was so funny. That was so damn funny. Us all sitting in a fucking, us you and me just huffing on the ellipticals. So gross, dude.
Oh God.
So fucking gross. No, but I got a lot of leaf in this house, man. I got a lot of fucking weed in this house. I got a lot of different fucking tinctures. I got a lot. It's all the different experiments of stuff that you can do now. There's so much to do.
What do you have besides weed? What do you have?
There's the other stuff. Like I'm like sitting on a pile of mushrooms. Do you do mushrooms?
Porcini, portobello, cremini. The cremini are not hallucinogenic, but if you saute them with enough garlic, you will see God. If you
I love a sauteed mushroom. Do you feel that you and your wife are making more different and varied types of love? And do you feel that you're making more love now that this is happening?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. How about you?
It's been great. I mean,
really?
We can't really expand too much on it because I don't do anything. I don't do anything with my butthole, even though everybody says to do it. And I feel like the conversation around pegging.
Everybody says to do it. By the way, everybody's saying to do it, like your father calling you, going, "Look, Henry, you have to explore that. You have to explore
Your
that."
mother had me on all floors the other day, Henry Thomas. Your mother she had a plumber's light. And it was incredible to see the sensations your father could feel for the first time in his life.
Yeah, man. He's loving it, man. My father told me he's never come like that before in his life. And I was really very happy to hear it.
Me and your mother, we do it on Skype for the other families. It's just gotten really, really nice.
Getting really wild in there, Henry Thomas. I go and there's a Dutch millionaire I met who wants to see pictures of my lower intestine. Your mother, she feeds in the little camera that we got from the doctor.
I hope. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be that bored yet. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't imagine. Seriously, though, I can't imagine this going on. Like, if it goes on for 8 weeks, are we going to all be batshit crazy, or we're just? I guess we're just doing what we're. I mean, what are you watching? Any good shows you watching?
I mean, what did we watch? I mean, we're not huge TV people. We're like
You're not?
people. We're movie people.
Oh, okay, movies then. Movies.
We watched Lord of the Rings Extended, which was fun to do. Which is every scene ends. Every scene in Lord of the Rings ends with one member of the Fellowship turning to the other one. It looks like they're just about to like just start kissing each other. Like they're all so in love with each other.
In Lord of the Rings? In Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Someone just brought up Shudder. Do you like horror movies, Eddie?
I used to love like a good horror movie, but to me, a good horror movie is like The Shining.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
classy.
Well, it's like psychological horror. Do you have any good horror movies to recommend? I mean, but because I'm not into the gore horror.
Not into gore.
I'm not
Shudder,
really. What?
Shudder has a lot of really good. Shudder's like a horror app. I'm just advertising for them for fucking free. But they have like. Mm-hmm. I like their combo because they do have like super gonzo, like hardcore gore shit, but they also have a lot of good psychological stuff. There's a movie that's on there right now that I'm obsessed with called Eyes Without a Face, which is frightening. I also watch the Joe Exotic series on Netflix. That's the other one.
I get my horror from my home movies and Citizen app. Gore horror. Gore horror.
Gore horror. Also, you know what we watched last night, man?
What?
Naked Gun.
Say again?
Naked Gun.
Oh yeah, I think it's a good time for
OJ.
comedy.
You forget about OJ just for a second. It's so nice to remember when he was innocent.
I'll tell you this, man. I feel really sad that OJ had to see any of this stuff. This coronavirus.
We disappointed him. Did you see the thing where he posted on Twitter was him with the corona mask being like, I ain't afraid of no corona mask. Like, you know, thing, and I was like, oh my God, dude.
Is that right?
Is that
right?
Yes.
He's out of jail, right? OJ out of jail?
Oh yeah, but he's out there. He's in Florida. My family, I got married in St. Pete, Florida. And my we were there at the hotel where Natalie and I were staying that night. Like I did the thing the next day. It was like we laughed, we had a really lovely time. And then I looked up on Instagram, like as I was going to post something about our stay, like I looked at how you you can hit location and look in the past and stuff.
Right.
First picture was OJ with the blonde woman, like him smiling like this, attached to the bar. So like they were promoting it, and it turned out it was his fucking like local in St. Pete was that little seaside hotel where that's where he goes now because that's where his kids live. Can you imagine what that would have done to my wedding night? What that would have done to me and my new bride? Literally, we're just about to make love to each other, and then I look and see O.J. Simpson just like roll in. I mean, like, because then of course the shitty hack part of me would have gotten a picture with him, and then Natalie would never have touched me. Wouldn't touch me for like it would have ruined our lives.
Yeah. Well, Henry, I love you. Is there anything you want to plug? I'm going to let you go.
There's this little app called Instagram that seems really help people connect. I'd say you hop on there if you really want to fucking see what other people are doing in their fake lives. See their fucking fake reality.
Yeah, it is all fake, isn't it? It's like everybody puts on their best face on Instagram. Like,
because we look like. I feel like we remind everybody like what society looks like. Like it looks like this.
Well, I think there should be sad Instagram, where it's just like, you know, like your selfies are like a tear. You know,
yeah, it's all stuff like. Can't feel my foot this morning, and just a picture of my gray diabetes foot.
Yeah.
Do you remember Dana Snyder told us that? Were you there for that conversation before he realized he had diabetes?
Dana Snyder, yeah.
Yeah, Dana Snyder, he was on Pretty Face, he master chef in Not Cuisine, and he has diabetes, but he didn't know. But at one point, we were at Pretty Face and in makeup, and he's like, "Hey guys, is it normal to not feel your foot for a year?" Like he said the thing, and we're like,
Oh
No.
my God. Oh my God. Are you a hypochondriac like me? You are? So because I had a little bit of a cough like this morning and I was like, it's over. Like I immediately went
right to you with the ventilation mask in a filled urgent care with people all just like a woman with a bleeding baby being like, my baby needs. Yeah, that's what I think all the time.
I'll tell you though, if I do get rushed to the hospital with my lungs filling up with mucus, I am still going to put it on Instagram Live. I mean, the show must go on. Am I right?
Just send me. I'll help push the special.
Okay.
With you and a picture of you in an ICU going like,
I love you, brother. I love you, Henry. Thank you for coming on.
Love you, man.
Yeah.
You're pretty much going to know less about it because I'm off to see you soon.
Yeah.
See you, buddy.
All right, everybody. That was Henry Zebrowski. You could find him on Henry Loves You on Twitter. He's Dr. Fantasy on Instagram. He's amazing. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today. We have Paul Kozlowski tomorrow. Paul is insanely funny. Paul has written for television shows here in Hollywood. He moved to upstate New York because he's very brilliant like that. He got the fuck out of LA and he's going to be our guest tomorrow. Writer, comic, just super hilarious guy. And I know times are tough. If you have any extra cash, give it to me. Don't buy groceries. Give it to me. I have a Venmo account at Edward Pepitone or my Ko-Fi. It's in my bio on Instagram above. And thanks everybody for tuning in. And we'll see you tomorrow with Paul Kozlowski.